Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Nightmare Maven.
Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to day 31 of 31 days of Horrorween. It's Halloween. Life is real. Woo, 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 woo. We made it through all 31 days. All right. And I only wanted to crawl into a hole and never come out a couple of times, so yay. Today we're going to be talking about Pet Sematary. Really quick though, before I get into any of that, I want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel, especially this past month where everything has been so crazy and the exclusive videos have been limited. I very much apologize. I already have an awesome plan for next Halloween. Like, I feel like the mayor of Halloween Town.
I've got the plans for next Halloween.
I pretty much already have a plan for next Halloween. So I'm hoping finally, by the time we get to next Halloween, it'll be 5 years on YouTube, I will finally have my shit together during October. But for now, thank you guys for your support of my channel and your patience with me this month. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description. Directed by Mary Lambert, Pet Sematary is an adaptation of Stephen King's novel of the same name. The story follows a young family that moves to Maine, where a dark and terrible power lies in the woods behind their house. After a tragic death, Dr. Lewis Creed decides to harness that power to bring his son back despite warnings from his neighbor. This is yet another classic light Fright Night a few days ago that I still had not seen. You're welcome to roast me in the comments for it. And the movie I had originally planned to watch for and review for today was not available to stream. So by the time, I got around to watching it, so I thought I would add this one on because, obviously one, because I hadn't seen it before, and two, the new trailer for the remake dropped. A lot of us saw it when we went to go see the new Halloween movie. So I figured now is as good a time as any to watch the original. Let's get into what I liked about Pet Sematary, and this movie was real scary. The whole theme of this movie, the whole idea about this movie, at least what I got out of it, was death. And it just dealt with all types of death from all different people, situations. Like, it covered everything. Like, we have obviously the death of a cat, a pet. Everybody out there that grew up with pets, you learn that lesson usually at quite a young age. And I'm sure that's something most of us can relate to, or we can remember going through that as kids. Also, the death of family members and neighbors that is covered in the movie, and even through various methods, whether it be a tragic accident or a suicide. Of course, all of that is scary because death is scary, and even more so than death is what happens after death, which is kind of where Pet Sematary comes in a little bit. But because of that, I really liked the character Ellie, the little girl. Like, I felt like her role was predominantly to constantly question death, and what happens after, questions why things happen, and then obviously, her being afraid for her pets, her family members, especially after she kind of learns about death a little bit. Then she really starts, being afraid for everybody pretty much, and she has nightmares about bad things happening, which end up coming true, but still, it's like, it kind of plays on that, like, once you learn about death as a kid, then all of a sudden you are, all of a sudden you're afraid of it. And it's like a very interesting phenomena where, as you're growing up, you can get to, like, whatever age without really having to experience that or deal with it, but if you have pets or, you know, like a family member unfortunately passes away or something like that, then you learn about it and all of a sudden it's like you're woke. It's hard to imagine yourself as a young kid not comprehending that concept, which is weird to me, but I don't know if that makes any sense. But I don't know, this movie just got me thinking about all sorts of things. And of course, with everything coming back to life, that kind of answers and doesn't answer the question about what happens after death, because obviously, of course, whatever is buried in that cemetery out in the woods comes back, but it's not, you know, it's a common theme that we see in a lot of stories. It comes back as something other, like the monkey's paw thing, sort of like a be careful what you wish for sort of deal. In a sense, they're kind of answering what happens, at least to your body after you die. Obviously, you know, obviously the things come back a little bit nasty, but it's not them. So it's like, obviously it's kind of answering the question, like something does happen to your soul when you die, because obviously that has passed on, or something has changed about it and something evil has, you know, come back with it or completely taken over. Or so I like that, but it doesn't explain it too much, at least in the movie does. I'm sure the book gets more into it. I haven't read it. This was one of those movies too that I had seen clips from without having seen the movie. The big one is Zelda. I feel like I've seen that clip so many times. Like the I'm coming to get you, Rachel, or I'm coming for you, Rachel, or whatever she says. I can't remember the exact line. I've seen that clip so many times, and I always hear people talking about like how much Zelda scared them / still scares them. I say Zelda didn't terrify me that much. I was more terrified by Gage. To me, few things are scarier than a creepy child, and just that like cute little boy, like just in his fucking like baby voice, but then he's like had to come play with him, and he's like,
I already played with mommy and I want to play with you.
ew. Ugh, scary. No. The other thing that was really scary to me was the pets coming back, especially when Judd is telling the story about him burying his dog Spot there and what happened when it came back. Like, so that one really got me. To me, that was terrifying and heartbreaking, because I don't have children, so I can't relate too much about like the agony that is losing a child or something like that. I can only try and imagine what that feels like, but obviously I can't relate to that, or even that fear, you know, because again, I don't have a child, so I don't have that fear of, you know, them constantly being in danger. But I can relate on the level of the pets, and I like that they added that too, because I feel like that create something for everybody within a movie. Because if it was just about the kids, or you know, like, you know, if it was all just about losing Gage and him coming back, like it would still be creepy, but I wouldn't be able to relate to it as much. And then you even have like Zelda, which is Rachel's sister, so it's like there's multiple characters you can relate to. Like you can either relate to all of them, or there's at least something for everybody in the movie, which I think is really effective. Things I really didn't like, which I can only imagine is just the product of it being an adaptation, and there's just way more information in the books than there is in the movie. That's just the nature of the adaptations. But it was the added, like, when Rachel is telling the story about Zelda to Lewis, and to me it sounded like she was telling him for the first time, which was kind of like a little bit like, so you're married to this guy and have 2 kids with him, but you didn't tell him this story. Again, I can only imagine there's more details in the book, and maybe like more of a reason as to why she didn't say anything. Maybe because she felt guilty. I don't know. It just wasn't clear to me. And also why Rachel's parents hated Lewis so much. Like that one is just like, I can't even really imagine, because it seemed like more of a hatred than normal. Like, and I say like than normal, but like I imagine there's always some sort of like a little bit of like towards towards the guy that marries your daughter, I suppose, but I don't know if that made any sense, but it seemed extremely hostile. I can only imagine it's explained better in the book, but you know, it's like if you're not gonna make it clear in the movie, maybe change something, adjust it, or don't put it in. Anyways though, was Pet Sematary worth it? Oh hell yeah. I just felt like when I saw the trailer when I went to go see the new Halloween movie, I was just kind of like, okay, like it like piqued my interest, but I wasn't like excited. But now having seen the original, I'm excited for the new one. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. On IMDb, it has a 6.6 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 48% critic score, 59% audience score, and on Letterboxd, it has a 3.2 out of 5. Obviously, I went and watched this on Amazon Video, so if you wanna rent it that way also, there's an affiliate link in the description. Obviously, I'm assuming most of you guys have probably seen Pet Sematary, so let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. And also let me know how you're celebrating Halloween today. Let me know what you thought of this 31 days of Horrorween. Hopefully it was enjoyable. Hopefully I tried to get a good variety of movies in. And thank you so much to everybody who suggested one that I watched this week. Like, really good variety of stuff. Like, I feel like we covered almost everything for the most part. Almost everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not gonna post a video tomorrow or Friday. I know I just took a break at the end of September, but whew, it's been a month, let me tell you. So I'm just not gonna post a video Thursday or Friday, which is tomorrow or Friday, and we'll be back to our regular schedule on Monday. So I will see you guys then. But until then, stay strange and happy Halloween. Bye.